Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping straight into New Mexico's commercial real estate market, looking at November 2025.
Right.
And the big takeaway here is that while national markets are cooling, New Mexico seems completely decoupled. It's being protected by this unusual trifecta of economic drivers.
It's fascinating. And the sources immediately show this profound split in the market, a real bifurcation.
Bifurcation, how so?
On one side, you have the industrial sector, which is just hitting this massive level of maturity. And on the other, the traditional office sector is facing, really deep structural challenge.
Okay, so our mission for you is to pull out the key data points that define this unique economic microclimate.
Exactly.
And I think before we even talk about buildings, we have to look at the state's budget. That financial cushion is the real why behind all this stability.
Their fiscal health is exceptional.
It's more than that. They're projecting general fund revenues of, $14.11 billion for FY27, and they're sitting on reserves of about $3.5 billion.
Which is almost 34% of their recurring appropriations. That is a massive safety net.
And that sovereign stability, if you connect it to the bigger picture.
That's what's fueling this manufacturing renaissance. It's being driven very explicitly by federal policy, things like the CHIP PS and IRA acts.
So you have federal money meeting state stability.
And the numbers prove it. New Mexico is 6th in the nation for year-over-year manufacturing job growth. It's up 1.4%.
Well, the nation is declining,
yeah. By 5.6%. It's a stark contrast. And crucially, manufacturing wages are up 5.7%, which supports consumer spending.
So federal policy and that state cash are triggering an explosion. The industrial sector isn't just growing, it's attracting investment that almost dwarfs the state budget.
Oh, absolutely.
You're talking about Intel's $3.5 billion Foveros expansion in Rio Rancho.
Right, and Maxon Solar Technologies is building a $1 billion facility in Mesa del Sol.
And then there's the massive Meta data center expansion.
That Meta deal is, it's just staggering. They've been authorized for up to $7.5 billion in bonds just for the AI infrastructure build-out.
So this is a true capital rush.
Into next-gen tech. And that translates directly into pricing power. The average industrial asking rent, it just surged 2.9% quarter over quarter. It's at $10.89 per square foot.
Okay, so hold that thought. Almost $11 a square foot for industrial. Now let's contrast that with the most challenged sector, office.
It's a completely different world.
The downtown Albuquerque CBD is in, severe distress?
Yeah.
Vacancy is over 20%?
It is. In the competitive buildings, yes. Which immediately forces investors to look for safety.
Which means medical office buildings.
Absolutely. MOBs are the one undeniable bright spot. Eds and meds, they're the stabilizing force.
Yeah.
Healthcare space is basically immune to the hybrid work trend.
And the University of New Mexico's 53,000 square foot lease is the perfect example of that.
A prime example. Specialized spaces are still in high demand.
Okay, shifting gears slightly. Retail. The sources show it surprisingly resilient, right? Defying expectations.
Very resilient. Vacancy is tight, just 3.6%. And you have Santa Fe acting as this high-value anomaly.
Right, being named the #1 city in the U.S. helps.
It really does. It's fueling huge demand for high-end retail.
And what about multifamily? The preferred asset class for investors.
That market is stabilizing. After that big supply wave in 2024 and 2025, things are calming down. Rent growth has decelerated. It's almost flat, just 0.5% year over year in Albuquerque.
A return to equilibrium.
A return to equilibrium, yes, after years of huge gains.
So boiling it all down, the investment thesis is pretty clear. New Mexico is offering this unique mix of potential yield and real stability.
All underpinned by that sovereign capital and federal policy. It's like a protective layer.
But that raises a big question as we look toward coming 26.
Mm-hmm.
Industrial and housing are soaking up all this capital. But what about all that empty office space?
Well, the sources predict next year will bring the first major announcements of adaptive reuse projects in downtown Albuquerque, turning those old, obsolete office towers into residential units.
So here's the thought for you to consider. Will state incentives be robust enough to actually transform the core of the city? Or is that older legacy office inventory just going to remain stuck?